everybody, welcome. Today I'm going to make a wonderful chicken kebab. This kebab has been made by pretty much everybody I know, and there are so many versions out there. It's a fantastic Middle Eastern chicken kebab. It's called, of course, chicken shawarma. Now, my version here is probably a little bit more people friendly. It doesn't involve any strong hot spices, but it does involve black pepper. And I am going to grill it, and I'm going to use chicken thigh meat that's skinless and boneless. So, without any further ado, shall we crack on? Okay, so running through the ingredients, we've got some cinnamon, we've got some ginger, and we've got some nutmeg. Here, we've got some fantastic cardamom seeds. I took about 4 cardamom pods. I took out the little seeds from them. I've discarded the pod shells and I've crushed the seeds up in a pestle and mortar. And yet it's took about 5 minutes, but it is worth it. We want to crush those seeds up as much as possible because we want to try and distribute the fabulous aromatic flavour of cardamom throughout this marinade. Here I've got some simple ground coriander. In here I've got some turmeric. In here I've got some wonderful pimenton, Spanish smoked paprika, by the way, in there. In there I've got some roasted cumin seeds that I've then crushed in the pestle and mortar into powder form. I've got some freshly squeezed lemon juice, some wonderful olive oil, some black pepper and some salt, and I've got minced garlic of about 4 very big garlic cloves. Over here I've got 2 pounds of boneless and skinless chicken thighs that we've bashed out until they're nice and thin, and then we've cut them into strips. So shall we just have a quick look at exactly how we've done that chicken? So I've taken about 6 to 8 skinless and boneless chicken thighs, wrapped them up in some plastic wrap, and I've bashed them out to about half their original thickness. I'm using a meat tenderizer or a meat hammer. You could always use a rolling pin if you don't have one of those. It's quite a straightforward process. So our chicken thighs, we've bashed them into around about 1/2 inch thickness. Well, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut into strips, and the strips are about 1 inch wide. And then we're going to marinate the chicken before we thread it onto skewers. Okay then, let's begin. I've got some lovely fresh lemon juice. I've got some olive oil, the garlic. I'm going to give that a bit of a mix round. And now we can throw everything else in. Paprika, turmeric, cumin, coriander, cardamom, and in goes the ginger, the cinnamon and the nutmeg. We must not forget our salt and our pepper. So now this fantastic marinade, really strong in flavour, and the smell, I can't tell you how amazing the smell is once we get all those different spices mixed in with that lemon juice and the olive oil. And that's it really. Our marinade is now mixed up. All we're going to do now is add our chicken to that fabulous, wonderful cocktail of different flavours. So let's get the chicken in, shall we? Here we are, get that chicken in. And now take a spoon and mix that around for a good couple of minutes until we got all those flavours in. Okay, so once it's all mixed in, we're going to get all the chicken in a nice Ziploc bag, and then we're going to leave it for a good few hours to marinate. You can leave it overnight if you prefer. Get that zipped, and there we have chicken shawarma ready to marinate. So our fabulous chicken shawarma has had about 3.5 hours in that Ziploc bag in the fridge. Now I'm going to attempt to thread these strips of chicken on 3 skewers, and I'm just going to explain first before I do it. So we're going to thread the chicken so that it sits across the skewers, and then we're going to balance the skewers, and this will almost be like one kebab. We're going to balance them on the tray like that, and then we're going to cook it under a medium heat. So this is a very tricky job, and the whole point, we're trying to create the kebab on 3 skewers. You can use 2 if it works better for you. I'm using 3 because I'm packing it in. Okay, so that's quite compact now. On those 3 skewers, I've got about a pound of chicken thigh meat. It was a very fiddly job, but it's going to be worth it because this is going to be absolutely wonderful. What we're going to do now is we're going to grill it on the top and on the bottom, and after we've charred it both sides, we're going to pop it in the oven to finish cooking. Okay, so that's going to go under a medium grill for about 6 to 7 minutes. Obviously all the grills will vary, but we're looking to put a lovely charred appearance on the top of the kebab before we turn it over. So our kebab is sizzling away, as you can see. I've got it on a medium grill setting and I've got it quite low down. So I think we're going to have to be patient with this. So I've got about a pound of kebab meat on these 3 skewers, and just to recap, I've cooked it for about 8 minutes each side under a medium grill setting. After that, I'm going to pop it in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, and when my meat internally reads a temperature of 75 degrees centigrade, then I'm confident my meat is completely cooked and ready to eat. Obviously all grills and ovens vary, so yes, I would advise you use a meat thermometer to check that reading. So let's cut it, shall we? And as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to cut that meat away from the stick. Of course, if you use metal skewers, you can just pull them out. I'm carving the meat off the wooden skewers. There we are, just take it out. And it really is wonderful. It's a fabulous home prepared kebab. I can't imagine what it costs from the takeaway or the takeout, but this is a superb chicken shawarma. It's ready to chop it all up and sandwich it between your flatbreads or your naan bread or your pita bread. Absolutely fabulous. The most wonderful chicken shawarma you could possibly make at home. And there it is. I'm serving you flatbreads. I've got some fabulous garlic mayo. I've got a little bit of pickled red cabbage there and a little bit of salad. A salad is entirely up to you. It's a great dish. It's nice and easy to prepare, in my opinion. There's a little bit of fiddling about, but look at it. Don't you think it's worth it? It's a fabulous chicken shawarma kebab. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see everyone very soon. Time to tuck in.